These men come down here from New York and from Florida to find out my reasons on rock and roll music and why I preach against it, and I believe with all of my heart that it is a contributing factor to our juvenile delinquency of today. I 100% believe it. And why I believe that is because I know how it feels when you sing it. I know what it does to you. And I know the evil feeling that you feel when you sing it. I know the lost position that you get into in the beat. Well, if you talk to the average teenager of today and you ask them what it is about rock and roll music that they like, the first thing they'll say is the beat, the beat, the beat.
What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome to After Loadout here in the Brookstone Studios, brought to you by Georgia Fire Hot Sauce, The Wallet Drum Key, and Signal Fire Agency. How's everybody doing? I am Bryan Harris. I'm here with my man, Josh Green. Josh Green, how's it going?
How's it going, buddy?
Dude, I am fantastic. I got my Milo shirt on today.
Ah, man, sweet tea.
Dude, there's actually a burger place.
Yeah, in Alabama.
In Birmingham.
I've never been.
Dude,
it's a chain, yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite. So yeah, they got the sweet tea and they got this chain, Milo's hamburgers, and they are the absolute best. And I'm trying to. So I talked to my mom after like the second or third episode, and she's like, "Bryan, don't wear the same stuff." So I'm
sure.
Dude, I'm like trying to change it up, man. Because I've got like 10 shirts I wear all the time.
How many Auburn hats do you have?
4. And I have 2 Auburn beanies.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to change up shirts every week.
Yeah, I'm craving some tea now, but I got some coffee in my hi-fi.
Cheers.
Indianapolis.
Cheers,
mug.
buddy.
Yeah.
We're gonna get us some after loadout mugs.
Absolutely. Oh man.
Oh, so I've got to tell you. So I was talking to my buddy Brad at work last night, and he goes, "Dude, so I watched y'all's episode with BJ," and I was like, "Okay, what about it?" He goes, "You know the singer for Shat used to play bass for Dillinger Escape Plan?"
Really?
That is a and he was like, he pulled it out.
No shot.
Yeah, so shout out to Brad. I was like, dude, I'll give you a shout out tomorrow about this. But it was so funny. He got so excited. He was like, "Dude, like you're not gonna believe this." And so yeah, shout out to Brad. He loves the podcast. So thanks for tuning in.
I appreciate it, Brad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, we need to get Shad on here, man.
Dude, there's no way they'll come on. But yeah, hopefully. And dude, you know what? Episode 25.
Oh yeah.
Let's build it up. To bring on legends like that, you gotta
dude,
bring them.
Speaking of legends, man, I found a new artist, a sign-in target, over this last week.
Who?
Man, it kind of went viral on in Nashville.
Are you talking about the lady you sent me?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like those shots of Jack. Smooth Tennessee fire, but that taste will never last.
Dude, I'm pretty sure the song's about herpes.
Probably. Who is it? What's her name?
I don't want to.
Oh, we're not. You already played the music.
Listen to this.
Each day without the copper tone.
That's fucking deep.
That's deep, man. Dude. Like
a beach day without the copper tone.
Man, I'm telling you, like there's so much good music.
Yeah.
It's great.
And you all can see. That's a rough day for her. I mean, her skin's she's not fair skinned. She's unfair.
She needs to get that 100, whatever it's called. Dude, when I go to the beach, I have to wear like 75.
Oh, damn.
I'm there burnt 10 minutes in.
Here's the herpes line.
Hot and fun, but boy, now that you're gone, there's nothing left but the burn. Oh, this hurts.
We'd like to thank whoever.
I'm sorry. Look, this is great. This is great. Keep at it. You're killing it.
Yeah.
Singing about life experiences.
That might be the new theme song.
Panama City on spring break, and there's nothing left but the burn.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's the new summer jam.
Oh yeah, I can't wait till summer. I'm gonna be blasting that.
Dude,
one.
You come to my pool and we'll blast it. What's the name of that song?
I guess it's Burn. I don't know. Dude, SEC championship. Really? I thought
no. Okay, so I was pulling for Georgia, but I think the messed up thing, and we're gonna get into this because this makes me so mad. Alabama gets blown out, and they make it into the
They
playoffs.
still make it in.
How, dude? Notre Dame deserved it. They should not have been in, or like Bama should not be in, dude. Like, and also you can't say that.
I don't know if Notre Dame deserved it,
but you can't say that championships don't affect your outcome, and then BYU gets kicked out.
Yeah,
That's not fair.
Well, I mean, what were they before?
I don't know, but the thing is, Bama didn't even drop.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to keep them in or put them at 12.
I could see that. Yeah, I mean, I think the committee favors Bama big time.
Man, it makes me
and it has historically. But Notre Dame, like taking their ball and going home,
that's stupid.
Yeah, that's corny. I mean, these kids. What about the seniors? Like that bowl game's their last chance of being in front of some scouts and wanting to play what they've worked for 4 or 5 years.
Well, a good example of that. Do you remember when South Carolina played Michigan and Jadeveon Clowney? His stock was good, but man, he had that hit on the Michigan player, and dude, he went number 1.
Yep.
So it's I get both sides of it because it's like, yeah, you did get screwed, but
join a conference.
Yeah, I get that. But I'll tell you what they should have done right when they got out. They should have called Vanderbilt and be like, hey,
there's your 13th game, exhibition match. Yeah.
Let's set up our own
game. I mean, Vanderbilt has a real argument because they did. I mean, what are they, 10-2 or something? But
10-2.
They made it through the gulag that is the SEC. Where Notre Dame, I mean, dude, great program. I'm not knocking them, legendary, but they played, cool. You beat Navy or whatever. Right. Like they only played 2 ranked teams, or at the end of the year, 2 teams that were ranked.
Yeah,
and lost one of them.
Well, and I get the Miami thing. Like, yeah, they probably should have been in, but yeah, I don't think Bama should have got in. But dude, and this is what I hope. I hope they go into Norman and just get smoked. I hope I hope it looks like the SEC championship.
Yeah. What's Georgia has won 2 games at Mercedes-Benz.
They have
this season. Guess how many games the Falcons have won at Mercedes-Benz?
2.
Yeah,
dude, the Falcons are just. Yeah. I try to,
but man,
it's hard.
Who's that coming down the track?
Bark, 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 dude. I'll say this. I'll tell you what that reminds me of. Y'all's barking and those cowbells from are on the same part. It's annoying. You are a grown person barking. Stop barking.
Well, we don't have the luxury of having 2 mascots.
Well, okay, first off, we have one mascot. It's the tiger, and then the eagle is like our battle cry. Yeah.
Is there not an eagle that flies around the stadium?
Yes.
Is there a tiger? Is there a tiger that roams around?
That's what I always talk about with Alabama fans. They're always like, "Oh, y'all, like you have an eagle." I'm like, dude, if you ever get an elephant to fly around your stadium, then come talk to me. Until then, shut up.
Crimson Tide just sounds like a period. Big old red wave.
The red wave. They are. I'm not even going to say it.
Oh man, but yeah, I actually did not watch, except for that game. I didn't watch a lot of football this week. I don't know about you, but
well, I might have started drinking a little too early for the rest of the games. But I will say, yeah, Alabama got smoked. They shouldn't be in. I think some teams got screwed, which, I mean, dude, I understand. Alabama's fan base, they'll travel. I get it, man. Like, you're talking about
it's money.
Yeah, I mean, but, James Madison, they're going to get smoked. I think Tulane's going to get. Now, I do think that John Summerall handled it correctly. He's like, hey, I'm going to Florida, because everybody from Tulane's like, go. That's a massive opportunity for him.
Yeah.
But I don't, like the Lane Kiffin thing. Lane Kiffin's like, I'm out. And he's like, well, I talked to the university and they said that I could get. No, they didn't.
Apparently that was bullshit.
Yeah, he didn't talk to them.
Yeah.
Dude, Lane Kiffin's one of those coaches, man, like, that just lies.
Yeah.
He just lied.
Here's the thing, man. I typically like a villain.
Yeah.
But he's just like not even a likable villain.
No, he's not. And this is my thing. And I know it's not going to happen, but I hope he goes to LSU and sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
But they're also, man, they're throwing they're like, here's, $20 million in NIL and stuff. Which another NIL, somebody was talking about this on the radio. I think this would be good. Daniel Jones just went down.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, call Andrew Luck and be like, hey, we'll give you $100 million for your NIL program at Stanford if you'll come play the rest of the season.
Can he?
Probably. I don't know if he the shape he's in, probably not. But they're talking about bringing in like Phillip Rivers. I'm like, he's 44 years old.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Well,
I thought Andrew got pretty messed up.
Yeah, he did because their O-line sucked and he kept getting hit.
Yeah. And he was he was smart enough to say, "Fuck this! I don't want to. I don't want to act like a 5-year-old when I'm 40. Get the hell out." What was that Auburn player? He was running back. And I think he only went pro for a year, but the CTE just got him. Man. God, he was a stud too. His dad was in De La Soul.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the name. But no, dude, I don't blame these players, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you go to a horrible team and you're just getting hit all the time.
Trey Mason.
That's right, dude. I remember. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
But I don't blame these players, man. Especially, I think the next player you could possibly see doing that is probably gonna be like Joe Burrow, dude. He gets hit more than anybody because their offensive line sucks.
Yeah, he's getting beat up for sure.
And that's the problem with the Titans too, man. Because everybody talks about Will Levis was bad, blah blah blah, and Cam Ward's the answer. I'm like, y'all don't have anybody to block him.
Yeah, I mean, Cam Ward might be great, but the team sucks. So what's he supposed to do?
Will Levis could have been great, but you didn't build around him.
Yeah.
You draft a guard in your first round 2 years ago, and then Will Levis, and you're like, this is our guy. It's like, no, it's not. It just, you couldn't get anybody else at that position. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Titans won one this week, finally.
Yeah.
Second game of the season.
It was good because they beat Shador. Shador, dude.
Oh, man, dude, I'm not a hater.
Dude, I'm not a hater at all. But
Primetime's kid.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Don't act like Prime until you become Prime.
He ain't Prime. He's Primetime. He's Primetime Spawn.
Yeah.
He's more Prime than me.
He do better than me. But still, dude, you can't have that attitude if you ain't done nothing.
Nah, I'm with you.
Like that, your attitude is the reason you didn't get drafted until the 7th round.
For sure. It wasn't skills and
he's got skills, man, but the problem with him too, he's going to be like a Lamar and stuff like that, and he's going to get hit so many times from trying to run the ball, and he's going to be out. And whatever. You think these dual threat quarterbacks are great until they get to the NFL and they get just lit up.
I mean, Falcons, I think, had the best of all time, which was Michael Vick. And dude, I mean, we were 8-18. It's not long term.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some guys that have done it since then. It's evolved, but the best guys, I think, for a long-term career are pocket passers, man.
Yep.
Just have fundamental skills.
Yep.
And they'll last. And I thought Andrew Luck was that, but like you said, he just kept getting beat up.
He just got hit so many times. But for Michael Vick, I mean, I think his legacy will live on with the NFL, and there's nothing else about his lifestyle that anyone else will remember.
Yeah.
Speaking of barking, anyways,
dude. So I didn't watch a whole lot of football because I was obsessed with a couple of documentaries, but the fucking 50 Cent.
P. Diddy.
Oh, did he do it? Did he do it? That's what I've been calling.
Did he do it?
It's The Reckoning. Oh, you knew it was, man, when they dropped that, The Reckoning, you knew it was going to be good.
I heard he's only got 4 more years.
I don't know what he's got. I don't think it's it's only like a 30-month sentence with time served, something, whatever that is. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, there you go.
But dude, it's like
3 years.
How? How is this dude not?
Because he was only convicted for, man, I'm not an expert.
It's money laundering or something.
No. He was convicted for driving across state lines with a prostitute or something, whatever the crime that is.
Who doesn't do that these days?
Yeah, I mean, dude. Yeah.
No, but dude,
I live in the tri-state area.
It's like going over to get a lottery ticket. No, dude, there's got to be more charges. Because, dude, there's no way you can hear all this evidence and stuff like that, and all these people come out against him, and it goes away. Because here's the thing: when he gets out, he's gonna start murdering people.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, there's some shit about to go down when Diddy gets out.
Dude, there's a lot.
Did you watch the the Good Morning America?
No.
Oh man,
Never before seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs.
just listen to it. 50 Cent goes on there.
In New York last September.
You want to put stuff in my fanny pack, King?
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King? Like 50 Cent. You know, he provided these clips. Like, it's not like they gave him the whole 4.
No. But dude, he's been coming out against Diddy for like 15 years.
Yeah, and you know why? Because Diddy offered to take him shopping.
No, yeah. He goes, "Who takes a grown man shopping?"
And he talks about that here in the clip. He's like, "I'm tired of it." You know, offered to take me shopping or something. Let me see if I can find it.
To ask questions like, were their decisions colored by?
It's just, it's so great how petty is.
Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip hop is fine with his behaviors.
Offered to take me shopping.
No one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that.
I can't find it, but like, yeah, he's like, he'd be doing all these things, like taking people shopping.
Which is, dude, like, here's the thing, like, somebody can take me shopping, that'd be nice.
Yeah, but man, to 50 in the streets, I guess that means something else. You know,
Well, dude, like,
he buys you some Sean John, and you got a freak off.
But dude, you know, and like with the Epstein stuff and the Diddy, like, I know not everybody that was at these parties and stuff were, you know, doing all this stuff, but it's like, yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah, but you gotta, like, Lecrae, like, he's a Christian rapper, and he told a story about how he was at one of, like, I think Diddy's parties, and one of his buddies was like, "Hey man, like at 1 a.m. you might want to get out of here." He was like, Lecrae was like, "Dude, I ain't like that. Like, what do you mean?" And he said he went down to the studio and then came back up, and he just saw some weird stuff going on. And he was like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna get out of here.
Time to go.
Time to go.
These motherfuckers need Jesus." And the other one I watched was the Jeff Buckley documentary. Man, I thought that was awesome. I don't know if you're a Jeff Buckley fan.
I like Jeff Buckley. I know of Jeff, but I can't.
Never like dug in.
No.
I mean, it's only one album really, but you know, he died trying to swim across the Mississippi River in Memphis while he was there to record an album, and it was just like a freak thing. Like, actually, I don't even think it was the Mississippi. It was like a, you know, a tributary.
Yeah.
But real sad, real talented dude. So, you know, really cool to see that footage. I was a Buckley fan growing up, so
yeah.
So watch that. So yeah, I mean, I had just a bunch of music docs I had to watch, and then I bought a CD player.
Did you got a CD player?
Ordered one, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm tired of, you know, I got vinyl, but I'm tired of
It's skipping.
No, just there's so much stuff that I can't find or can't afford on vinyl, and I haven't had a CD player in years, and like, you can still find CDs cheap, so I like went down this rabbit hole and found some like good CD players with good DACs and like could plug into my hi-fi system, and it was like, now like I'm watching these music docs, like, man, I need a new copy of Jeff Buckley, and you know, maybe I need to go buy Notorious B.I.G.'s or get, you know, the Diddy Does It soundtrack.
Diddy does it.
Diddy do it.
Did he do it? No, dude, it's crazy because everything's kind of repeating itself right now. Like,
yeah.
CDs are coming back, and like 8-tracks were kind of making a little bit, and then you had tapes. Like tapes are
a big collector's thing right now, which, you know, I'm still a consumer. I don't consider myself a collector because I listen to everything.
Yeah.
And I don't want to listen to 8-track or cassette. I mean,
man,
they're cool, but like CD still sounds good and is easy.
Yeah.
Vinyl's cool because you got this big thing to look, and like you're sitting down, there's a warmth to the sound. 8-track and cassette are just no other reason just to have it.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on, like, I think we talked about it, like the Steely Dan stuff. Like, their stuff sounds good on 8-track, tape, like anything. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely quality. But I mean, I love the digital age of like, you can just go on and download an album, you know, or
dude, and there's honestly, our ears can't tell the difference. The real problem is the digital to analog conversion, the converters. Yeah. Like, your iPod has a shitty DAC in it. Well, nobody has an iPod, but your iPhone has a shitty DAC in it. But if you download FLAC or something lost, or even stream on Spotify lossless, if you've got a system that can handle it, you're never going to hear the difference. Our ears are only capable of so much.
Yeah, and I like the new stuff that people are doing. It's like the three. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the spatial.
Spatial. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's wherever you turn.
That's super. Yeah, I've got a pair of AirPod. They're not AirPods.
Yeah.
Maxes, the over the ear
Yeah.
ones, and it's super
They
cool.
have spatial.
That Dolby Spatial, it's super cool.
I'm gonna keep doing this, and I just want you to put stuff to make it seem like there's
But yeah, but also, what if my neighbor's lawn people ran over my cable to my internet like 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Oh, really?
I had no CDs. I had nothing to listen to. Well, I had vinyl. So, I mean,
you could have read a book.
What? I don't have a book. I've got a Kindle app.
You got it my internet.
So, I mean,
Wait, did they fix it? Did they come out?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Wait, did your neighbors have to fix it for you, or?
No, the ISP came out and fixed it right away.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of their fault. Apparently, they didn't come back and dig the line. So it was just like, which I didn't know.
Was it the Google Fiber stuff?
No, I have a different company. It is fiber, but it's not Google Fiber.
Yeah, that's just fast.
Mine's pretty fast.
Is it?
TD, yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's better than
it's
AT&T, Charter, or whatever.
Yeah, all that stuff. I don't know. I'm like, do you have Wi-Fi? That's all I need.
Yeah, dude. So I did want to bring up, just because yesterday was the anniversary of John Lennon and Dimebag Darrell's both of their murders. That was great.
They were murdered on the same day.
Yeah, now it was a coincidence.
Not the same day. I
guess.
Yeah,
24 years apart.
Yeah.
In 1980 and 2004.
Yeah, because they were both shot by crazed fans.
Yep.
So I know the story. John Lennon was walking to his apartment or something.
Yeah, he went to the studio or something, and then the guy had been there. Well, this is, I'll blow your fucking mind.
Go ahead.
Mark David Chapman, the guy that shot him, was my dad's best friend growing up in Decatur, Georgia.
Really?
Yep. I got his high school yearbook, Columbia High School, Decatur, Georgia.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd your dad say?
Well, my dad but dad passed away a few years ago, but he was a huge Beatles fan, and he worked in live music, and he caught the bug whenever my grandma took him to the Beatles at Fulton County Stadium when he was a kid. Mark did go. This is before they met, I believe. But in middle school and high school, they became friends, and he was kind of just, I don't know, weird about it. And he didn't do interviews when people were trying to interview him because he was a Beatles fan, huge Beatles fan. And also didn't want another crazed Beatles fan to come after him. My grandma always said that she knew something was odd with the kid.
I thought you were going to say my grandmother went after him.
No. My grandma always said that he'd walk around the neighborhood with a military sports coat. This is the 60s, early 70s. And she just thought he was weird.
So it's MK Ultra kind of thing.
Well, he went crazy. My dad never told me he did acid, but he definitely experimented with other things and was a kind of a hippie kid. And I think Mark David Chapman I know he tripped and just went crazy. And my dad said he just started coming to school one day, cut off his long hair, and started wearing a suit and carrying a Bible to school. And that's kind of when they stopped hanging out.
Really?
Yeah. So I think he held a grudge against John Lennon for saying that the Beatles were bigger than Jesus. I think. I mean, no one's ever that I know of officially nailed that as the reason. I mean, he was
so he never said why he did it.
Yeah, I mean, it had to do with Catcher in the Rye, and he had little voices talking in his head and stuff.
Catcher in the Rye, it's a book.
Yeah,
don't read books, people.
Don't read books.
They'll make you shoot the Beatles.
That's actually my favorite book too.
Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're gonna murder me, aren't you?
Just don't get us to New York,
dude.
And then, but what's crazy, so that, and then my first concert was Pantera.
Yeah.
and I met Dimebag.
Did you?
Yeah.
I always heard he was like just a super nice guy.
I mean, I was like 7, dude. I barely remember, but
Yeah.
all I remember, I don't remember them individually. I remember them all outside of their dressing room.
Yeah.
And my dad introduced me to them, and they were just like, what's up, little man? But I couldn't tell you like if Dime was nicer than Phil or whatever.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But yeah, so he got shot. Where did he get shot?
The Alrosa Villa in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, it was on stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who was the guy that shot him?
Some random dude, like ex-Marine guy.
What's up with these people in the camo and stuff?
Yeah, no shit. Don't wear camo, guys. Don't blend in.
Don't read books and don't wear camo. If that's anything you take away from this podcast. But no, I mean, dude, it's just, it's one of those things. It's like no musician ever thinks about that. Dude, you're on stage doing what you love, and the next thing, because you're trying to spread love through your music and stuff, and then that happens. Like it's crazy. I think there's so many like bands that say they're going to be bigger than something, and I think it backfires. It's kind of like when Oasis said they were going to be bigger than the Beatles, and people got mad about that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, stop saying you're going to be bigger than people.
Yeah, man. Just don't.
Just don't do it. No, but dude, I think we got a good episode this week. We're 6 in, dude.
6 in, episode 6. Actually waiting on him to join now, but Jonathan Tyler from Jonathan Tyler and the Northern Lights. But dude, you've played with JT, right?
Yeah, we did. Man, I can't remember the exact. I think it was in maybe it was Charleston. There was like a festival. We've done that. I think we've done a couple festivals, and I've met it. I met him in passing and stuff like that. But man, you talk about a musician.
Yeah,
he is fantastic.
Yeah, dude. I've known him for, I'd say, about 15 years or so.
Yeah,
and it started out somebody that I used to work with. He came to my hometown opening for ZZ Top, and they bought his album because they knew I'd like it. Like I didn't go to the show, and gave it to me the next day, and I was like, "Holy fuck! Like, this is awesome!" And then that year, he was playing Hangout Music Festival, so I went and tweeted him or something. Ended up running into him in the VIP area, and we've been kind of friends since. Done some shows with him, represented him for a little while. When he comes to town, like I just saw him a few months ago in Dallas, but everything he does, man, I'm just a huge fan.
Yeah, he's not going to be playing Hangout this year. It apparently got canceled.
Yeah, well, it got canceled. Yeah, I mean they canceled it. They canceled it for Boots in the Sand, and then now they've canceled both for 2026. You saw that?
Yeah. Did they say why?
I think the mayor said they didn't apply for the permit in time or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Hangout, like we did Hangout a couple years ago, and that was fun, man. We played at like 12 on a Friday, and then we just ended up staying all weekend. I got to see Paramore that night, and
oh hell yeah!
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, whenever I only went once, and saw JT. The headliners were Foo Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Simon and Widespread.
Nice.
And I don't think I saw Paul Simon.
Dude, we're definitely gonna be one of those generations. Like, back in my day, we saw good festivals. These festivals suck, man.
Yeah, no shit. But anyways, yeah, let's bring on JT.
Let's go.
JT, man, good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming on.
What's up, fellas? Hey, good to be here.
How have you been, man?
I've been. So I am.
There you go.
Yeah, we see you're sitting in the studio. Are you recording some stuff right now?
Not today. I'm in the mixing phase of a record right now for Sam Morrow, and I'm working on a record with a girl named Paige Plaisance. But today I'm doing this.
Gotcha. You've been working on the Sam thing for a minute. How's that coming along? Sounding good?
It's amazing. I'm really excited about it. It hasn't been that long. We started like, I don't know, this summer, And so
Yeah.
we'll be done within 6 months or so, which is I think pretty fair amount of time. So, but it's really cool, man. I love his songwriting, and his perspective is really cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, so let me ask you a question. So I know every producer and engineer is kind of different. What's kind of your process of how you do it? Do you like start with drums and bass, or how? Like I know it starts with a concept and then you go into it, but how does your recording process work?
I mean, I like to take the like the art school sort of mentality of like, you come into the classroom and they're like, all you have is this construction paper, these markers here, and this tape, and you've got to make an elephant. And you're like, out of that, okay, well, you learn to use what you have, and kind of get to the end result in whatever it takes, So it really depends on who I'm working with, and what kind of setup they have. If it's a full band where they're coming in and they've already got all their music, then yeah, it's a live capture. And then if it's like a songwriter that is coming in by themselves, I have different ways of kind of starting things, maybe with just the acoustic and the vocal, and then building around that. It just depends case to case, honestly.
Gotcha. Cool. Hey, I was telling Bryan, man, we've known each other for a while now, but I don't know like your journey. Like when did you get started playing music? And it seems like, you got signed to a major like pretty quick with the Northern Lights thing, right? Or was that
I mean, it would seem that way, but I mean, I started playing music in middle school. At the
Mhm.
time, my family lived in New Jersey, in a town called Holmdel. It's like across the river, from New York City. My dad worked in New York City at that time, and I just started playing music with a bunch of my friends in the neighborhood, and started bands, and we were in like 8th grade at that time, and so um, we moved every few years when I was growing up. It's part of my story. Just my family moved every 3 or 4 years, but
Yeah,
we
you're
moved
originally
back
from
down.
Bama, right?
I was born there. Yep. But we
Yeah.
moved back to Alabama in high school, and we were going to this Baptist church there, which I grew up in the church very much, like from day one. Very like Southern Baptist style churches. And so we got back, and I'd been playing, like I said, for about a year. And my dad went up to like the minister of music and was like, "Hey, my son wants to be in the band." And I had no idea he was going to do that. I was like, "Really? I want to be in the band." I wasn't ready to be on stage or anything. And I guess he was a good tither or something, because they like, put me up there, and I don't think they had my guitar like turned on ever. I think it was just like, I was just like up there
Yeah.
playing. But that was my first time on stage. So I was about like, I don't know, 14 or so, playing with like the church band. And then I just started writing songs. And when I was 15, I started playing my songs in one of the services. Basically, what I would start out as a guitar player, and one day the leader, the worship leader, couldn't show up, and or he was sick or something. And so like an hour before, they're like, "Dude, you gotta sing tonight." And I'd never sang in front of anyone before, and so I was like pretty nervous. I was like, I don't think I can do this, but it seemed like the team needed me in a way. Like the band was like, so I just did it. I sang a bunch of these like, Baptist hymnal type songs. And afterwards, I just remember like a couple cute girls were like, "That was really good." And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh
you're
man,
hooked.
I think I'm a singer now." No, but I was never really like, I want to be in front of people and be a singer. It was this kind of odd situation where like I said, my dad kind of put me there, and then I just kind of fell into it, and I got positive affirmation. So I started doing that, and oddly, like one of the first or second times I was on stage at this church in Dallas, Louisville. This guy Ron Grimes came up to me, and I didn't know who he was at the time, but he was a producer who had helped Leanne Rimes get started. So they're not related. It's Ron Grimes with a G. But he had helped Leanne Rimes get started, and he saw me play, and it was one of my first few times of playing. And
Mm-hmm.
so he was like, you got to come over to my studio. And so at like 15, I cut my first song, and then just kind of got hooked and started, creating bands. And so my high school bands, started playing in Deep Ellum. And man, honestly, by the time I was like 17, I had record labels coming to fly out to Dallas to see me. So I had, one of the first guys I met was this guy, Sean Mosley, who was A&R at, he was an A&R at, not Capitol, Epic. He was an Epic Records A&R with the guy named Pete Jaburgis. And they're pretty well-known guys if people want to look them up. But yeah, I was like 17 years old, and I was like courting, major labels when I was, playing in Dallas. So it was that was kind of the start of it. A lot of the church kids kind of knew our band, and we had like a sort of like, Bible Belt rock band kind of thing going, playing in our high schools, kind of working our side jobs, like trying to decide, do we go to college or not? And in the end, Pete Jaburgis, I will never forget it. We were in Deep Ellum at this pizza joint. And he, we were so thinking that our lives were about to change. And Pete Jaburgis sat us down and was like, he's like, you're not ready, man. You're just not there yet. And he turned us down. And
Oh, damn.
I just remember I was devastated because I wanted it so bad, and so I, decided, all right, screw it. I'm going to go to college. And so I started going to UNT, which is kind of a great music school in North Dallas, North Texas area. And was taking like music classes and stuff. And I got about 2 years in, where I was about 20 years old. And I was like, dude, I can never go into the corporate world. I know I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not built for it. So I dropped out to fully pursue music. And that's when I wrote my first like solo albums, Jonathan Tyler, and just kind of put it out. And yeah, that's kind of when, in a weird way, some other little things fell into place, and we had like Hollywood Records, which was Disney, was really kind of like all over us. And so we started going to LA, and they started coming to Dallas. And
is this with the
whole
Northern Lights or a different band?
It was with the Northern Lights, but
Gotcha.
the thing was, so yeah, it was Jordan and Brandon, and it was Nick. Yeah. At the same, yeah, it was all of us. It was that four guys. And yeah, so we went to LA, and we did a showcase for Hollywood, which was Disney, and they weren't interested, or something happened where they were just like, no, we're going to pass. But we ended up getting Atlantic Records, and it was this guy, Chris Morris. And there's some other awesome people that I could name off too that were involved in it. But yeah, we did that dance, the label dance, and the second time around we got a deal. So first time got turned down, second time it worked out.
Oh yeah. What would you say overall was like, the bands that are pursuing the major label, was it a positive or like experience, or, I mean, I know how things worked out, but for some people, is it built for some people and others not so much, or, what would you have to say about it?
I think it's as I've gotten older. I mean, this is 20 years ago.
Yeah, you're a kid thrown into
I
it.
I was pretty much a kid. Yeah, and I definitely feel like I was a kid. But I would say that it's like a massive ship. It's like a huge Titanic of a ship when you have a major label behind you and a big group of people. So it's not as like it's not just you operating as like you have a big group of people that you're working with, a team. And I think if you're not ready for that, or you're not prepared for that, or sort of like if you don't have people around you who understand how to wield that sort of power, then it can
Mm-hmm.
kind of get away from you in a way where no one's at the helm and there's nobody controlling, um, kind of unifying the huge group of people. So I think that was kind of one of the things that I learned, like that I can look back. I think I don't look back with any sort of animosity. I mean, if anything, I look back and I think like I was ill prepared, and that like I was kind of at fault in a way for not having the right people around me. But I didn't know, man. I was like, seriously,
Yeah.
20 years old, and didn't really have. I mean, I had a great group of people around me, but we were all fresh to this. It wasn't like
Right.
the manager that I had at the time was a Highland Park firefighter, Highland Park, Dallas firefighter. And then, we brought in another guy, but he was a local Texas radio rep who never managed any artists. So we were going into these situations without experience. And
Yeah.
so, I think that's kind of the thing. A lot of the younger artists, when I see them and when they ask me about that kind of thing, I'm like, it's just good to have somebody who's navigated those waters before, so they can kind of give you the forewarnings and the sort of, just kind of prepare you for what you're getting into, because it's a lot different than just making an album and putting it on Spotify.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
explain a little bit of the process. So you sign because I know a lot of bands, man. They see somebody signed to a label and they're like, oh, they're going to put me on a bus, fly me around, and put me on tours. But what's the process like? So you sign the label deal, which is it's a massive accomplishment for a band. But so what's the process after that? Like, how does it go from there?
I mean, every situation is different, and I've learned that every situation is different. I mean, it really just depends. I mean, some people come into a deal and they have no money, and they need the label to pay for everything. They need the label to, it really just depends on the situation. I know there's other artists that were born into trust funds and born into that kind of thing, and they don't need the label's money. They have more money than they need. So the label's more of their apparatus. So it's really is different for each artist, and I think that the labels kind of curtailed the team around what the artist needs. At least that's what I've seen over the years. It's kind of like that. But for me, it was, I'd have to really, I haven't thought about it. It's been a long time since I've really thought about this, but, you know, they just kind of, they opened doors. They kind of introduced us to people. We started getting better shows. We'd already had some regional radio stuff, but the radio stuff started to, happen more nationally. We immediately were out on the road with Kid Rock. I mean, they definitely used their relationships to open doors for us, and we felt that influence for sure.
Was that the
But as
plan
far
with
as
them? Like, get Pardon Me out and put you on the road with big acts and get the radio and just tour your ass off? Was that sort of their plan, or?
I mean, dude, this is, like I said, this is 20 years ago almost. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
really 18 years ago. So I don't really I mean, I try to tell people this, and sometimes they believe me or they don't, but like most of my 20s were really blurry. I mean, I was like one of the hardest partying guys. I mean, my band, we were known as,
No.
yeah, we were known as that, and we were that. And like, I mean, one of my roommates passed away. Like we were going hard, you know what I
Oh
mean?
man.
When I try to explain that to people, it's like, so a lot of this stuff is blurry, and like I said, part of my sort of like getting older and maturing was sobering up and like facing some of those things and sort of growing and trying to become, you know, a little bit more mature, you know, in those ways.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think our goal at the time was to just, we were like redneck kids, believe it or not. I know I said I lived in New Jersey, but I grew up very redneck, like very, like, you know, hunting and fishing and country music and Southern rock. And we were just like, we just wanted to be the Rolling Stones and the Black Crowes and Led Zeppelin. You know, we were like, we want to tour, record music, and I don't care what else happens. You guys do it. You guys deal with it. It was
Figure it
kind of
out.
like,
Yeah.
y'all do it. We're just going to write the songs and go on the road. And, you know, I think I don't really, I mean, I don't know what else there really is. I mean, the music industry is about recording songs and going on the road, right? So, I mean, that was kind of the plan, was just to do what we were already kind of doing, but just do it with major support.
Hell yeah. So when that all, you know, dissolved, I don't know exactly what happened, but you went back independent, released Holy Smokes and that era. Was it more like, were you excited about that newfound independence or what? Because I thought that record to me is just absolutely amazing, like a masterpiece.
Oh man, thank you for saying that. Well, in the course of like the timeline of things happening, uh, Atlantic bought me. Well, I should say they loaned me the money to buy a recording rig. They gave me a recording rig. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
everything you do on a label is recuperable. So when
Yeah.
you say like they put me on a
They,
bus, what you're saying is, you know, they
you
fronted
owe
the
them
money for
money
the
for a
bus.
bus.
I mean, like let's be real. I mean, that's what it is. But
Yeah.
they got me a recording rig, and that was in like 2000, probably 9 or so, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I got my first Pro Tools rig, um, and my first like digital interface to be able to run mics and run recording rig stuff. So that's when I started to learn how to use
So they already
recording
trusted you
software.
as a producer and doing
No,
your own
no,
thing.
no,
Oh,
no, no, no way.
just
No,
demos.
that was demos, but in the
Gotcha.
process, that was for demos, but in the process of making demos, I learned the software and I learned, you know, how to produce music, at least with my band. I wasn't looking at it from a standpoint of like, I'm going to be a producer, although, you know, I was just kind of doing it. It was more just like it was natural. I
Yeah.
was just working on demos and figuring it out. And so it was kind of odd, but one of my good friends, still to this day, one of my best friends in the biz, Joshua Jones at the Range in Dallas, which is an Americana rock, like Americana country station in Dallas. Um, he was, you know, coming over to hang out, and I was showing him my demos, and he was like, "Dude, have you ever thought about being a producer?" And I looked at him, and he still jokes about this to this day, but I was like, that's the last thing in the world that I would want to do. And, he still calls me out on that because like a couple years later, he gave me my first gig as like working for, you know, producing another band. And so,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the thing with Atlantic was it took us like 2 or 3 years to get off the deal. So there was a 2 or 3 year period where we were recording music, turning in demos. I mean, into the, you know, 50, 60 tracks range of like just,
Oh
it was pretty
wow.
frustrating. Yeah, it was frustrating. It was a really frustrating time because it was like, hey, send us some new songs. So we'd be like, here's 10 new songs. And they'd be like, we're not feeling it. And then we'd be like, okay, well, okay. And we went back to the drawing table, 10 more songs, you know, we just kept. And so it was years of this, like trying to convince them to allow us to record again, which was pretty frustrating. And eventually we had to like get a lawyer and get out of the situation because I
Mm.
felt like it was just, they're just going to hold us in this situation for as long as we stayed there. So we had to fight to get out of it. But in that time, I had just been learning the recording stuff, like just down in the dirt, like doing it. And so about, 2014, 2015, I started producing other artists and other bands. And it was this sort of just the beginning of that. And Holy Smokes was a sort of, I mean, it was great to get free and to be able to put out some music again. But at that time, my heart had already started shifting out of like seeing myself as just like an artist, and
Gotcha.
started to like go kind of more into the production side of things. And I started getting gigs doing it and paying my bills with recording other bands. And it also kind of I felt like it kind of took the power away from needing to be out there playing gigs and needing to be out there, because I was able to just pay my bills with this other income. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of Holy Smokes was that. And I mean, it got a decent reception, but not really. I mean, it didn't really get. I mean, after Atlantic, I just have never been really able to kind of get past, like, there's been like a barrier of when I release stuff or do stuff, it feels throttled. It has for a long time. Like it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like when you make a post on social media and that only like 20 people see it,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're like, okay. So that's kind of been my career, honestly, since like 2010.
Well, what's
So
crazy, and maybe this is what makes you such a good producer and able to pick up clients and pay your bills, is whenever I mention you to any other artist, everyone respects you as like, oh, Jonathan Tyler, and like love that guy, and in everyone's head, you're a huge you know person to look up to, and everyone respects you. So I mean, then they meet you and it's like, oh, this dude's super cool and down to earth. And so I could see that like play into your benefit. So like, I know you said it was
yeah,
throttled and not a big impact, but everyone like respects the shit out of it and enjoys it.
I mean, I think that's I have like a mixed sort of emotions about that, because
Yeah.
there's been times where I'm selling my guitars and selling my cars and selling my gear to pay my taxes or to pay my rent. I mean, there's been times where I'm barely surviving for years at a time, where I'm like barely surviving in this industry. Um,
Yeah.
and so I have a love-hate relationship with it, where I'm like, well, why do I continue to try in this industry that, honestly is, I feel like I've never really been sort of able to make it, in a weird way. And so it's the psychology of, which I think is, I mean, like you say, it's cool to be respected as an artist, but it's like, if you can't get health insurance, like, is it really that, I mean, is it really that cool? I mean, I think, especially as you get older, like, I mean, I'm, just hit 40, I'm about to be 41. And like, I mean, I've had health scares over the last few years, and I'm just like, there's been times where I just can't afford to go. You know what I mean? Like, so, so it's like, I feel, I mean, it's hard not to have sort of like a resentment towards it, but I feel like
Yeah.
at the same time, in this weird spiritual sense, you know, continuing to serve music and like try to find the love of music and the love of songs, and that sort of thing is kind of what keeps me sort of hanging on in a weird way. Is like, not getting really good at Instagram. Like, I want to get really good at recording. I want to get really good at
Hmm.
writing. Like, I feel like music industry these days, people are really good at social media. Like, they spend more
Hmm.
time on social media than they do on like writing and recording. And so I just think that the industry it's due for some sort of shakeup, because it's like, when I started, we had Pitchfork and Consequence of Sound, and I mean, these guys would rip you a new one, dude. Like Pitchfork could ruin a band. I mean, no, seriously, like when I was starting out in like 2005, if Pitchfork wrote a bad review, like you were done. Like
Yeah.
you might as well change your band and like do something else, you know?
I
I
remember
mean,
there was a Pitchfork review. God, what was that band? Are You Gonna Be My Girl?
Jet.
Their second album, Pitchfork did a review of it, and it was.
I
Do you
remember that.
remember, Jake? It was
Yes.
just a video of a monkey pissing in his own mouth, and that was the entire review. And like that band disappeared
I know,
after
yeah,
that.
it was pretty much after
I
that
mean,
they were done.
I mean, I sometimes because it's all fascinating to me. Really, it's like just a sort of like social study of just
Yeah.
watching. You know, like these days, like I think about if Waylon Jennings was like posting a photo of himself with like a caption under it that was like kind of almost like what's the Pinterest board? You know, it's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna write something that's kind of like badass and put a photo of myself posed like in front of a like mountainscape and this is where we're at right now with like a lot of country music and I'm just like, dude, this is what I don't know what happened over the last like 15 or 20 years, but you would just
Social
get like,
media.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
Social media,
yeah,
man. I mean, people are blowing up off of it, and you're just like, man, this music is just, and the lyrics are just not good, man.
even if it's
which is, I
good,
mean,
they come off as corny to me.
Yeah.
but
Like his people.
it's just, yeah, I don't know that. I mean, you know, I'm always like, you know, if a band comes to me, like you say, they're like, wait, we respect you and talk to you. And I'm like, well, dude, you look at me. I'm barely making it. Like, I would not take my advice. My advice is, you know, listen to somebody else who's done it because I've gone through 4 Econoline vans and I've ridden them all to 300,000 miles and I've never had a bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I'm talking to people about this kind of stuff, I'm like, you know, I mean, what I see and what I experience is not the path to success. You know, it's it might be the path to being like a, you know, a curmudgeon, you know, more than anything. So
But I mean, there definitely is wisdom in that. I tell Josh, you know, we talk about this a lot, man. It's like I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what not to do. And there's got to be a little wisdom in that. I mean, right?
well, like I said at the beginning, my thing was, you know, as a young kid, I mean, like young as young can be, music was like I was sitting there making mixtapes off like back in the day when you would get a cassette, you would listen to the radio and you would wait till your song came on and you would hit record. You know, I would wait around by the radio to get recordings and make my mixtapes at like 5 years old, you know. And I've just always been a music freak. Like I still go to the record stores today and get like if I get paid and I got some extra money, it's like I'm going to the record store. I'm going to get like 5 or 6 new vinyl. I'm going to try to discover some new stuff and support the industry. Like I love music. Like there's nothing more awesome to me than like listening to a record for the first time and getting, you know, just mystified by the music. Like I still have that experience with music. So I don't get like the Instagram and the social media and the whole like all that stuff. I can see it, but then I'm like, well, let me just listen to it, and then I'm like, oh, this is just, you know, this is a really good marketing packaging. Like
Yeah.
the recordings, the songs are kind of, you know, like I said, it's like they're better at Instagram than they are at writing. You know what I mean? Like, and we're seeing that so much, and it's like, I think I get it. It's like it's business and it's show business. But for me, I'm always seeking out like that new recording, that new artist that's doing something kind of magical that kind of gets me, you know, mystified by like the just, you know, you guys love music. You know exactly what I'm talking about, you know?
Absolutely.
And so I think that should always be the litmus test. It's just like, is it magic? Like, is the band amazing? Is the song amazing? is the recording amazing? And then all the other stuff kind of comes into, into play. But
Absolutely. Well, you said you were wrapping up Sam's album, and you mentioned Paige. What was her name?
Paige Plaisance.
Paige plays. What else have you worked on or got coming next that you're excited about?
Well, I've got I just worked on this documentary. I scored a documentary for
Did the
some
50
old
Cent Diddy documentary?
damn dude. I started watching
Did he
that
do
last
it? Yes, he
night.
did.
Man,
No, sorry about that.
dude,
Go ahead.
I mean, like that. There's sociopaths exist. Like they
Oh,
exist,
dude,
and they walk amongst us.
they
So
are
you have
walking
to
among us.
you have to watch out. You never know who the person's gonna be, like at the grocery store that
I'm not gonna say
you
much,
look
man.
at
Diddy
from.
gets out in 3 years. I don't know if I don't know if he's got the internet right
He's
now.
listening to this podcast
He's
in
listening.
jail, like, I'm coming after him.
Yeah,
No, but what documentary?
It's about a farm in Montana called Old Salt, and they're doing like a co-op with a bunch of different beef farmers that
Hmm.
they're trying to kind of fight the commercial farming system, and they've created their own little ecosystem, and it's 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 a it's going to be called Old Salt. Um, anyways, my friend directed it. He asked me to score it, so that was kind of a new challenge. I've done like 3 minute, 2 minute. I've done a lot of commercials where I've done
Yeah.
like background music or something for like a Jack Daniel's commercial or Budweiser, but this was like 30 minutes, and it was behind narration and storytelling. So it was kind of a cool challenge that I'm pretty excited about. I think that's coming out in January. Um,
I'll check it out
I
for
mean,
sure.
yeah, it'll be cool. Over the last year or so, I'm trying to think. I mean, worked on a bunch of different things, but mainly just trying to. Honestly, this year I've been doing a lot of personal, just getting my personal life kind of in
Yeah, man.
order. So I've kind of been laying low, just working on personal stuff. But I did some recording with Ray Wiley a couple years ago. It's been about 5 years at this point, 4 or 5 years. Um, Ray Wiley. I don't know what's going on with that. That might come out. It may not. I don't know for sure. Um, Reckless Kelly. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. Andy Crosby out in Idaho. This girl
Awesome.
Monica
Awesome.
Valley. Yeah, Monica Valley, phenomenal, talented guitar player who I think is going to be a big name in the blues, soul, rock world in the next couple of years. This guy Jordan Matthew Young, his record just came out. He was on The Voice. I'm trying to think of what else. Dallas Borough a couple of years ago. Yeah, I mean, dude, I've
Oh,
just
he's
been
good.
kind
I
of
like him a lot.
head down, just doing some work, and um, working with good people and doing some pretty cool stuff.
Yep. Speaking of working with people, like say that somebody wanted to reach out to you and kind of, get in with the, for you to produce their album or engineer their album, how could they reach out to you? How could they look you up? Do you have like a website that they can just go to, kind of hit you up, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any. I have no team. I have just myself, and I have a booking agent, which I play maybe once every 3 months or so. Like so, it's not really a full-time deal at this point. But my website, there's an email in there. And social media is really an easy way. I mean, it's anybody that wants to get a hold of me is really not a hard thing to do these days. But yeah, I mean, I'm not like necessarily taking on everything that comes my way. At this point, I'm pretty picky about it. So just because I realize you can just have, 6 months eaten up easily, so I'm kind of trying to be a
Yeah.
little bit more picky about it these days. But I trying to maybe even record some more of my stuff eventually. So
Hell yeah. Well, I'm excited about that. So
Yeah, if you need me and Josh on it, just let us know.
Well, JT, man, I appreciate you coming on. I got a couple of more questions for you before we wrap it up. Just
Yeah, sure, man. Whatever you can.
yeah, man, just personal questions. One, like current music obsessions. You turned me on to Endless Boogie one night years ago, and I want to know what you're digging these days.
Well, it just depends, man. I'm such a chameleon on this stuff, and like a lot of it's funny, like some of the stuff that I like, people are, they think I'm, I don't know, gay or something. Can you say that?
Yeah, you can
Can
say
I
that.
say that? I'm gonna get canceled. Well, like like last year, I'm just looking at like some stuff that kind of got me excited.
Mhm.
Last year, I was really into this band called King Hannah. They've been putting out some really cool stuff. There's this band out of Europe called Keo that's really cool. They're a cool rock band. Um, Other Lives put out a record. They're out of Oklahoma. Really cool. On the sort of like front of sort of more of the ambient like type stuff, which I'm really into that. There's
Mhm.
this guy Chino Yoshio who's been kind of putting out really cool instrumental like scores, piano scores, and this guy Hayden Pedigo from Amarillo, amazing. I'm loving Hayden
Oh
Pedigo.
wow.
He's like it's really cool. I don't know if I'll just keep dropping stuff, but
Yeah, I'll
locally,
check it out.
I thought
You also turned me on to Hermanos Gutierrez before anybody else.
yeah, I mean, I'm a digger, man. I really liked David Ramirez's last album, which he made
Oh,
here in
dude, he's
town.
so good.
I know he like honestly, I cry if I watch that guy play. He's that good. He's just so amazing. Um, Suede and Lean, which was really cool. This guy Angelo Petrogalia from Nashville, who one of the first um, producers that I kind of met. He worked on the Kings of Leon and Strokes and stuff. Really cool dude.
Mhm.
Nice.
He put out a record this year called Suede and Lean. It's really cool. But
Dude,
then
shoot a
honestly,
text, shoot that one to me.
yeah, I honestly, this is gonna sound funny, and this one's been the one that everyone kind of when I've been telling people, they've been like laughing at me, but Justin Bieber's new album, I love.
Dude, Bieber's
Um,
sick,
Yeah,
man.
I've heard
Bieber's
it's good. Dude, it's like when you
well,
tell people like the
the
new Hanson stuff's good. It's really good.
well,
Even Bop kind of slaps now.
the reason I say I'm not an bop guy. I never was a Hanson guy, but I thought the really cool, interesting thing about Bieber was like, have you guys heard that guy McGee yet? The guitar player
Mm-mm.
McGee.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so in my opinion, McGee is like the coolest guitar player that's come out in the last like 10 years. He's just like this, he's young, whiz kid, really mysterious persona, but just really cool guitar textures and just cool creative stuff. He and this other guy, Dijon, which is this other kind of pop style, like R&B style producer, teamed up on Bieber's new stuff. So Bieber's got this cool guitar player. So, it's like I'm sure it's not for everybody, and the people who like outlaw country and stuff would be like probably going to hate it. But, I thought that was really
Everybody
cool. And
likes it. They just lie about hating it. It's like ABBA. Everybody
well,
likes it.
yeah, I mean, I like in the hip hop world. There's this guy Tommy Richmond that came out
Mhm.
like 3 years ago. Killer hip hop stuff. He's been putting out amazing stuff. I saw him in Austin with like 250 people, and it was awesome. I mean, I could keep going. I think one of the coolest producers right now is Adrian Casada here in Austin. He was in the Black Pumas.
Oh,
That's
cool.
Oh
been,
yeah.
and then just one of my favorite bands from Austin is Rattlesnake Milk. I don't know if you guys have heard them yet.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of them.
They're fucking awesome, dude. And they're doing really well. That's been pretty exciting to see. But yeah, I mean, maybe that you could take that list and there's something in there for everybody.
Hell yeah.
I
I
like
appreciate
that.
it. Last one, layup, favorite opener of all time.
Of my favorite opener of ours?
Yeah.
What do you mean, though? I don't know.
I figured you'd know.
The layup story. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I think that story is worthy of being told. I mean, you know, you hear all these stories about, you hear these like stories about the music industry, and this, feel like this is one where I tell people at parties, and they're like, "Yeah, right, dude," and I'm like, "No, this is true." And Josh, you were a part of this. So at one point, Josh was booking in Columbus, Georgia, helping the city put together events, and we got a call to play Columbus, Georgia, and we were excited about it. We went down there. It was Chris Stapleton, Jonathan Tyler and the Northern Lights, and then Shooter Jennings. And at the time, I didn't know who Chris Stapleton was. Nobody did.
Yeah, nobody did.
And you know, Shooter at that time was it was kind of before he started producing. It was more sort of at the tail end of his sort of, you know, first run, which, by the way, his first two records kind of, in my opinion, started the entire Americana sort of movement, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like
they were
those first two, they started it.
for sure.
And it was, you know, I was around for that, and nobody knew who Dave Cobb was at that time, you know, and
No.
And he was a friend. I was there in Nashville when he was at the space next to Red Door, when it was just him in a little tiny space. But anyways, nobody knew Stapleton at that time, and we were excited because like I said, Dave and Shooter, I knew. So it was like, cool, we're gonna go play with Shooter in Columbus. And I just remember Chris Stapleton was setting up and kind of getting going, and we were sitting on like one of those rooftop
we're
lofts
above the loft. Yeah. It was a venue called
and
the
we were
Loft,
sitting
which you
around.
also played again later. But yeah.
Yeah. And we're sitting here at the loft, and we're looking down, watching Chris. And I remember everybody was like, "This guy's going to be huge." And I just remember being like, that's interesting. And then like, well, what's even crazier is that between, you know, that experience where, yeah, Chris Stapleton opened, whatever, you know, that's crazy. But between that experience, go back to Nashville, and I'm hanging out with Dave Cobb one night, and he had just wrapped up Meta Modern Sounds for
Oh, damn.
Sturgill. He hadn't done that record yet. He hadn't even done Jason Isbell's Southeastern yet. We're sitting at this bar in Nashville, over by Star Bagel. I think it's called Neighborhood. It's
Neighborhoods,
Sylvan
yeah.
Park.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there,
Neighborhoods.
and it's John Allen, me, and Dave. And Dave is just giddy. He's like, "You're not going to believe this record I just
Neighbors.
finished. Yeah." And he's like, "You're not going to believe." He's giddy. He's like, "You're not going to believe this record I just finished." And he was talking about Sturgill's Meta Modern Sounds, and then so obviously the Southeastern record comes out, and he just like, you know, starts to kind of explode. And then that Sturgill album came out, which he was kind of talking about beforehand, and that was like, okay, Dave's on the map. And that record kind of, you know, was a huge monumental change in the industry, at least around,
Yeah.
you know, our
Well, that
genre.
record's why Stapleton shelved his Tony Brown record and went and cut
And then
Traveler with Dave Cobb. Yeah.
So when he went and did that, and this is all probably in like a year,
Yeah.
a year timeline. So then he, you know, so boom, 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 and when Stapleton released that, it was like just, you know, next level. And so incredible to watch, you know, from the sidelines, because I really felt like I saw all that stuff happen pretty close up. But
Absolutely.
but you were the guy that booked Stapleton, me, and Shooter.
Well, JT, man, always a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate it. I had a blast with you in McKinney this summer, and I can't wait to see you again soon.
Heck yeah, man. Well, you guys, thanks for supporting music out there, and keep it going. We'll see y'all later.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
See you, brother. Awesome, man. Dude, I love him so much.
Yeah, I know, man. Dude, he's one of those guys like you could just sit there and talk hours about, and you can tell he still loves it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like he's right about it, man. Music is one of those industries that will spit you up and chew you out. And it's
Oh.
hard, but you've got to have a love for it, man.
For
'Cause, I mean,
sure.
dude, every day you wake up going like, I need to be a doctor.
Yeah.
You know, like the
It's
next
like,
thing,
well, I
yeah.
mean, he's so talented.
Yeah.
He should have been huge. And I mean, I haven't lost hope, but like, he's still like, what else is he going to do? Like, this
Yeah.
is what he loves and what consumes him.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell he has a passion for it, and it's one of those things. Like I said, man, for this business, you have to have passion for it, and it's like one of those things. Just don't give up.
No,
You know, 'cause,
man.
You know, it's always music to me is one of those things. Like the next, it's kind of like gambling. It's like the next one could be it. You know,
What I keep telling myself.
I know, that's why I do all those parlays. I'm like, one day I'm gonna hit this 20-leg parlay. Hey, this was good, man.
Yeah, I think this is a good one, man. But yeah, check JT out, JonthanTylerMusic.com. Jonathan Tyler on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll drop the links in the
for
the
sure.
post and everything like that. But yeah, tell them about our Patreon, man.
Yeah, you got the Patreon. The videos come out. I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna start adding ads into these, and they'll be ad free and early on Patreon. Please join the Discord, man. Send those questions, chat with us. Like, we're gonna live stream, we're gonna offer exclusives, but man, just fucking chat with us, hang out, make this interactive and fun, and join us on you know, if you don't have money for the Patreon, that's fine, but join us on the Discord and cut up with us.
Yeah, come buy some beer. We'll get you. But no, hey, I know that we can't really talk about it right now. We've talked to the producer, and he says we can't talk about it yet. But we got some really good guests coming.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
dude.
excited.
Yeah.
Here, can you hit the applause? Just
Oh.
hit the applause. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to After Loadout here in the Brookstone Studios, brought to you by Georgia Fire Hot Sauce, The Wallet Drum Key, and Signal Fire Agency. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be every Thursday we're dropping these things.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we're close to Christmas.
Yep. I just want to say it just came out today. Rest in peace, Raul Malo from the Mavericks. He passed away, I guess, yesterday, but it came out this morning, which is crazy. They just had the tribute to him at the Ryman this weekend. But rest in peace, Raul.
Yes, sir.
All right.
See
Y'all
you
take
guys
care.
next week.